Welcome back, folks, to Pentiment, the mythic monastic murder mystery set in the town of Tassing, of course. So, we've just had a very interesting little session here inside the Abbey, Abbey or Monastery, I'm going to say Abbey, housing the nuns of St. Clair, the Order of St. Clair. They've just shown us a bit around the place, and we have gotten a bit of a lay of the land, and learned a bit more about the Christian history of the town of Tassing, which is pretty cool. While in there, we also did convince a fairly young nun, by the name of Suzanne, or Susanna was it, to basically abandon the life of nunnery, and see if she can make a life for herself outside of the world of the cloth. Anyway, so now that that's all done with, I want to see if we can maybe head back to town quickly. We did have a little task from, was it Nico? He did ask us to pop by the bakery, because he wants to prepare a little surprise gift for his missus. Oh, hang on. Well, that was... I don't know. I did learn more about the founding of Kyrso. And that illustration from the manuscript, the Mithraeum, it was like the one in the mine. Is it part of the history of the Abbey? Of Tassing? It must be written down somewhere. If only the library hadn't burned down with everything in it. The ruins are right there. Maybe not everything was destroyed. Okay, is this kind of like a hint for us to go check out the ruins? Now, I would like to go check it out, but I do think we need to run this errand at the bakery. What do you think? Like, do you think we can get in there? No, let's go check it out first. No, let's not. Let's be kind. Let's run the errand, and then head back there and check that out. Because that's the nice thing to do, isn't it? They did ask us. Nico did ask us, and he is trying to make things work with his missus, even though she totally cheated on him with the late nobleman. So now he's just trying to keep things together, and we're going to help him out, goddammit. So let's see, Grit. God bless you, Magdalene, darling. And you as well, Grit. Nico sent me to fetch Hannah's birthday gift. Ah, of course. I have it right here. I'm rather happy about how it came out. One of my best, I think. Ulrich would have been proud. I've always loved your pastries. They're delicious. All the process needs is plenty of love and care put into it, and God's grace, and honey. Off you go then. Nico is waiting. Give them my best wishes. Until later. Oh, he's gonna love this. It's just little things like this. And, I mean, as a character in this game who is part of this town, it's... like, I mean, I suppose it kind of fortifies our place within the community if we can just run little errands like this and help others out if we're able to. So, let us do that. Nico, we got it, buddy. Good to see you, Magdalene. Were you able to stop by the Albans? I have Hannah's pastry here. Gret sends her best wishes. Perfect. Hannah will love this. Thank you, Magdalene. It's the little things, you know? I know, Nico. I'm glad I could help. Hannah told me you asked my dad for advice once? Yeah, let's go with that. No point denying it, I suppose. Your dad's a stoic one, but he has his wisdoms. You know, we haven't always been good to each other, me and Hannah. But after the revolt, things... Oh, I think we read this, actually. I think I have to change. I try to find ways to show her I appreciate her now. The Golden Hand would fall down without her. Seems like a lot of work. Marriage? Sure. But so is anything worth doing. Yeah, I'm sure we've read this. And I don't want to be alone in heaven. Ha ha ha. I've kept you too long. Thank you again for your help, Magdalene. Till later, Nico. Okay. We have done our good deed for the day. Or for the episode. Let's head up and see if we can investigate the Abbey. Abbey or monastery? Abbey. Alright, up here. Are we actually going to be able to get in? Oh, yes we can. Is this going to be safe, though? That's what I'm wondering. Oh my god, this is amazing. I wonder what it must have looked like before the fire. Of course, because she wouldn't have seen it. She would have just been a baby when it burned down. Everything collapsed in the fire. I'll have to be careful climbing over this rubble to get past. Whoa. Oh shit. Oh dear. Oh no, I can't get back up there. If I climb, it might collapse further. Oh dear. I'll have to find another way out. I hope... Well, there must be... Could we have explored this via other means? Like, after getting help from someone else in the town, maybe? Maybe the twins? There's nothing left of the old staircase. I guess I can't go this way. These vines go all the way up to the top. Though, they do look sturdy enough to hold my weight. Well, there's no other way out. I guess it's climbing you're gonna be doing then, Magdalene. I can see all of Tassing from here. I wonder if I can piece together the foundations of the abbey and find a way to get to the library. I bet I could get down this way. The roof looks pretty stable. Some very nice music now. I've wondered about that throughout this playthrough. Like, it has... We've had moments of music and moments of not. Usually within the abbey here, it's when old brother Rudiger would be kind enough to grace us with a tune or so. But I haven't exactly figured out the key to when the game graces us with music and when it doesn't. But this is cool. Okay. Oh god. I remember when the library burned down. Dad told me I was just a baby, but I remember the flames coming out of the windows. So many people were screaming and running around. I cried myself to sleep that night. I haven't seen this place since then. Indeed. It doesn't look like there's anything left inside. I suppose it was too much to hope for. Well, Magdalene, how are you going to get out of here? So we can't get into the scriptorium. Cemetery? These roses seem to have made the abbey their home. I'm glad something beautiful is still growing here. So, the graveyard, still intact. Very good. The roses, of course. So there's nothing here. Nothing else. Get into the cloister. Oh, hello. I wonder if there were always this many cats at the abbey. Perhaps I can ask Voicelove what he remembers during his time here. Hey, little cat. Of course, you guys know what it is by now. We try and pet the animals. It's obligatory for the plague through. There we go. Okay. Yeah, this place is a mess. How sad. Unfortunately it is, Magda. Unfortunately it is. Okay, so to the chapter house or to the... What's this? The door's stuck. I can't get through this way. Let's check out the chapter house. Oh, an old mural. It's worn, but I can still see some of the figures. A dance of death? Wait, what? These figures look new. The paint can't be more than a few years old. What? You're right, something has been... Like, they've crossed over this year, so... In the first one, the devil is taking... Is that meant to be the Baron in the first image? Or... I'm not sure, and then... I'm not quite sure what story it's... Like, this must be the short history of Tassing. Someone's been adding to this. And that has to be the bonfire. Right? And then... No, it can't be. This feels wrong. Who would add new figures to the Dance of Death? And why? These look like people from the town, from here. People who died. That must be the Baron. And that's Otto. Yeah, that's Otto for sure. But wait, wasn't that... Oh, yeah, that would have been a while ago for Magdalene, wouldn't it? Wait, is that... Someone's here. Hello? Who are you? Uh-oh. Who could it be? It can't be Andreas, right? I'm sure he died, and he wouldn't be hiding out in this abbey. Like the kind of Phantom of the Abbey or something, would he? The door. Whoever was watching me must have opened it. I don't like this. I think I've seen everything left at the Abbey. I want to get out of here. Oh, what is going on? When did it start snowing? I should get back to the rat house and get to work. Okay, so it looks like we have gotten all of the information that we can with regards to this next section of the mural that we'll be building, I believe. Well, we haven't actually found anyone to translate the Historia Tassia just yet. Mainly because everyone's saying they're too busy for us, conveniently. I'm thinking that is game speak for this is an important item, but the payoff for it hasn't come yet, I'm guessing. Or maybe it's to come in another chapter, or a bit later on. But yeah, we'll see about that. But actually, before we initiate this, let's just make sure. So, Christian Tassing. What are we doing? Who would do such a thing? Were they made by a person who's following me? Is it the same person who was at the mine? The person who attacked my dad? So, with the Historia Tassi, we've tried consulting with Sister Gertrude, Balthus, Dr. Stoltz, and even Father Thomas, and no one is forthcoming. So, but that is still definitely a key action point for us to investigate. So we're just going to have to come back to that. Alright, let's get to work on the mural. Magdalene. Dr. Stoltz? So, you're doing quick work with the mural, huh? I hope that doesn't make you sloppy. I'm trying to finish it in time for Dad, you understand? It's taken longer than I've wanted. I have to get all my other chores done too. Still think that I shouldn't be painting the mural? I'm trying to finish it in time for Dad. You'd best work quickly then. He doesn't have much time left. Thanks for the encouraging words, as always, Doctor. In any case, the Council wants to hear what you're doing. I've been researching the early Christian history of Tassing, after the Romans left. Learning how people settled in the ruins, how the abbey was founded, why our saints are so important to us. It was a lot to take in, but I've settled on my subject. And? Okay, this is it, decision time. So, I will paint St. Moritz and Satia and Our Lady of the Labyrinth receiving the Christian settlers. I want to show history how it happened. I'll paint Lady Curso founding the abbey from the old Bergfried. I'll paint the Bavarians settling among the Roman ruins, starting the Christian history of Tassing. Which one? So, we're talking about the early Christian history here, so in any case, we're going to be... Like, I don't imagine the choice that we pick here will upset too many people, will it? Because it's all leading about early Christianity. Our Lady of the Labyrinth receiving the Christian settlers. The history of how it happened. Lady Curso founding the abbey from the old Bergfried. The Bavarians settling among the Roman ruins. So would this then be the bit of historical background that we got from Else? Oh, I don't know. Maybe this? Yeah, let's go with this. That might rub some people in town the wrong way. The saints are a core part of Tassing's history, after all. People want to cling to all manner of stories in order to give their lives some meaning. Remember, the mural isn't for your benefit, but to make Tassing look good. That is a good point, though. I remember. Very well. After this section, there's still so much work to do. I haven't even figured out how I'm going to portray the revolt. Ah, yes. I imagine it poses difficulties that the other murals do not. It's a strange thing to tell a story that still lives in the hearts of so many people here. I don't think anyone wants to talk about it. They've all just locked it away. It sounds like you have your work cut out for you. I'll leave you to it then. Oh, Dr. Stoltz? Yes? Have you ever seen someone lurking around the abbey? Yeah, let's try that. Or heard about it? I haven't been up to the abbey in years, and no, I haven't heard of anything like that. Why? I've seen someone following me a few times. No, I don't know anything about it. Now, if there's nothing else... we should ask him... we should... Okay, no. Good night, Dr. Stoltz. Good night, Magdalene. I mean, I did want to call him an asshole, but... you know what it is? I'm afraid we're going to get one of those prompts that says this will be remembered, and then down the line he's not going to help us out when we really could use his help. So I'm just trying to play it very, simpatico here. Now, I only have the final part of the mural to finish. How should I paint the revolt? Dad always talked about how the Archdeacon was the only one seeking justice in those days. But what was his name? The only name I can remember is the name of the Archdeacon who came to Tassing when the Baron was killed. Jacob Estler. Maybe he wrote an account of the revolt as an Archdeacon. I'll write to him and ask. And of course, I need to write back to Esther too. I'll write to them tonight, before bed. Okay. So do we do the writing now? Let's see, is it... let's see. Okay, let's check with old Werner. Yeah, because it's... I mean, he might be more forthcoming now, because he's not passed out drunk. So maybe now might be the time. Or maybe even Dr. Balthus. Let's try. Magdalene, what do you want? Hello, Dr. Stoltz. I have a book here, and I can't read it very well. I was wondering if you could help me translate it. No. What? But I... No, Magdalene, I can't be bothered by your lack of literacy. What? I just need a moment, please. Hey, it's not stupid, and I'm not illiterate. Yeah, come on. God damn you, I said no. Leave. What the hell? Like, honestly. This guy, maybe we should have just called him an asshole before. Crud. Can we... Is that it? Everyone is too distracted by their own work or doesn't know Latin well enough to read the Historietae. I suppose I won't be able to use it as a reference for the mural after all. What? And old Baltas? Is he a definite no-no? Let's check with him again. Hello, Magdalene. No, he's not saying anything. God damn, okay. Well, yeah, now we know that book is a dead end. God damn it, guys. I mean, what is going on? Anyway. Yeah, let's finish up our writing and then get to bed. Alright, where to begin? I'll write to the Archdeacon Jacob Estler and see if he can tell me about the revolt. I'll write a letter to Esther too. I hope the courier can make it through the passes before winter. Jacob Estler, formerly Archdeacon of Freising. My name is Magdalene Druckern. I am an artist in the town of Tassing in Upper Bavaria. I believe you passed through our community when you investigated Baron Rothvogel's murder in Kersau Abbey in 1518. Do you remember anything about that case that the people in Tassing might not remember? In particular, do you remember anything about someone writing notes to provoke the killer? That could be really good. Did you see any evidence that might suggest there was some sort of larger conspiracy at work? Do you have any reason to doubt the conclusion of the case? Well, he'll say no to that, because it benefits him to consider the case, like, done for posterity. This, I'm disinclined to think that he'll admit to this, because then the next question from anyone would be, well, why didn't you further investigate said conspiracy, and why were you so quickly to believe the I suppose not multitude, but the circumstantial evidence that was presented at the time, and that had you decide that one of the monks had to die. So maybe we go with this here, about the notes. I mean, he might be curious about this here, and not think it worthy enough of concern to actually answer the question, so let's go with that. More have appeared in Tassing in the subsequent years, seemingly harbingers of death. Thank you for any help you can give. Magdalene Druckerin. Dearest Esther, I hope you are well. You must know how tremendously happy I am for you and Simund. And Elisha too, of course, and your parents. It warms my heart to know that your family is doing so well. By the time this letter reaches you, I expect winter will have enfolded Tassing. It's already freezing at night, so I've reorganized the workshop so that the inks don't deteriorate. Do you have to worry about that in Prague? You've said it snows, but I always imagined it was warmer in winter. Dad's condition is so much worse, and he's in so much pain. Dr. Stoltz has been... well, he's a useless asshole. Yeah, for sure. Only God knows why he's such a bitter old man, but he's neglected Dad almost entirely. Some days he doesn't show up, and even if he does, he just snaps instructions at me and rushes off. I just wish I understood why. I worry about Dad. I've asked Agnes for help, but there's only so much we can do alone. He's not going to make it, and there's nothing I can do. Christ, I'm scared, Esther. The mural is progressing well, but I can't shake the feeling that someone is following me. I keep seeing this figure around town. After I explored the mines to see Tassing's early history, and then again in the Abbey ruins. No one else in Tassing has seen anything, but some of the nuns say they've seen ghosts. If it's the person who attacked my dad, why are they following me? Whoever it is, I'm sure it's not anyone from Tassing, but what do they want with me? We can't know this for sure. This, maybe. Let's go with this. It's the strangest thing, given me a fright a few times already. But I don't mean to worry you. Nothing's happened to me yet, so I think I'll be safe. The only good news I can share at the moment is that the mural is almost finished. I should have it completed by Christmas, or soon after, before the new year at least. Then perhaps, at long last, I shall be able to visit you and meet the Simond. Anyway, I fear that this will be my last letter of the year. The Reichspost has already been late, and reported worsening snows through the passes. We seem to be stepping into a harsh winter. Stay warm, and give my regards to your family and Simond. Yours always, Magda. God damn, this girl knows how to write a letter, guys, come on. At the very least, I want you to take away from this playthrough how to write a decent letter. And I don't mean text, I mean letter. Like, that's on point, huh? That's just not done anymore. Alright, bedtime, I guess? Bedtime. How did this get here? Poor Alf, stop. Ooh. Another one. This is just like the note Dad found. Who's doing this? Are they trying to scare me? And if I don't stop, are they going to try to kill me next? I need to ask Dad about this. It can't be a coincidence. But he's been so weak. I don't want to upset him. I just need to wait for the right time. I hope there is a right time. Oh, God. Is there a right time? Not now, I guess. Now is sleepy time. It's late. I should get some rest soon. Yeah, let's go to sleep. Guys, who could be writing these notes? Whoever it is, they must be old, for sure, because they've been, well, maybe not super old, but old enough that they were writing them and literate enough to write them during the time of Andreas Maler's time. Like 18, 20 years ago in this game time. Like, I'm sure if we put our heads together, we could narrow down the list of suspects quite a lot. Mr. Strukarin, only one letter for you today. The pass is nigh impossible to traverse, and the heavy snow is hard on the horse, and me. Anyway, happy Advent, my dear. Thank you, the same to you. Ah, a reply from Jacob Esther. The Archdeacon. Haven't seen him in a minute, have we? Mr. Strukarin. I do recall the Rothvogel case, though it has been over a decade since I have served as an archdeacon. I am no longer associated with the office of the Prince Bishop. In fact, I am no longer associated with the Catholic Church. Oh? If you do not mind conversing with a Lutheran, I will tell you what I remember. Oh, cool, he's a Lutheran. The notes you mentioned do stir something in my memory. One of the men I questioned at Curso was an artist from Nuremberg, Andreas Maler. He mentioned finding notes, written in a fine hand, inciting individuals to violence against the Baron. While the scope of my investigation was too narrow to look into the matter, it did concern me. Finding more notes now, after so many years, must mean that their author is still active. If this is the case, a serpent has lain coiled in the bosom of your community for decades. It may lay there still. What causes this serpent to awaken every few years to stage a new killing? I fear that finding the answer to that question may draw you into its reach. However, if you are determined to find the source of the trouble, I believe you must inquire with your neighbors. I urge caution in your investigation into this matter. If the serpent merely sleeps, it may be dangerous to poke into its old resting places. I hope this has been of some help to you. May God bless and keep you safe. Jacob Estler. Ah, the Archdeacon's alright. No reply from Esther this time. It must have been delayed due to the heavy snow. The postman said I won't receive any more letters until spring. I'd better get back to the rat house then. Still more work to be done. Oh man, are we gonna have this thing done before... before December? Before the end of the year? And it's almost Christmas! Oh man, look at... No, come on, it can't be Christmas yet. December 24th, Christmas Eve. Right guys, this is when miracles happen. We've basically got to finish this mural today. We've got to find the goddamn puppet master who's handing out all these purple notes. We've got to appease our old man and get his blessing to, I don't know, marry Otz or whatever it is. Like, a lot of stuff's going to happen. Maybe not today in the playthrough, but today in this day, surely, because, you know, Christmas miracle and all that. Good morning, Dad. I finally caught up to on the mural, and now I can start the final part today. I promise I'll get it done. Magdalene, I'm proud of you. Thanks, Dad. I'm sorry Dr. Stoltz said you can't come to the festivities tonight. I know how much you love the, Perchtenlauf? Perchtenlauf? Have we seen that? A Germanic folk ritual celebrated around Christmas time in which townsfolk dress as Perchten and drive evil spirits from the town to protect it from the coming new year. There's always next year. Right. Ugh. How are you feeling? Dr. Stoltz said he would come by again today. Fine, I'm fine. Are you sure? Do you need anything? Maybe I should stay home with you today? I'll come back later. Yeah, do you need anything? No, go. I'm alright. In fact, my spirits are lifted today. It's Christmas Eve, after all. Of course. Should we ask him about the purple notes? What's wrong? Dad, I found a note back in November. A note? What do you mean? It was like a note I found in your plans for the murals. Just a scrap of parchment. It looked like it came out of an old manuscript. Elaborate writing, purple ink, it just said, stop. Do you know where they came from? Who wrote them? Magdalene, Oh god, that must be Utz. He said he'd drop by with more firewood. If you know something, I'd like you to tell me, alright? I know, I will. Can we talk about it later? I'll tell you, I promise. Alright. I'll be back later. Good. Take care of yourself out there. Oh, all I'm saying is this better not be the last time we speak to him. I'm just saying that. God. Like, I bet you he gives us some kind of... Still as messy as ever. I bet you he gives us some kind of, like, critical clue that helps us put it all together. I think that's what we need. What's old Otzi saying? Morning, Magdalene. Morning, Otz. Cold out, isn't it? Freezing. Makes me envy Nico, able to stay inside all day. Even Andreas has his forge to keep him warm. Anyway, here, I brought some firewood for you and your dad. I could have managed... No, let's thank him. Thank you, Otz. You're welcome. So, how's your dad? You think he can join everyone for Christmas Mass? I think he'll stay in bed tonight, buddy. I'll do my best to be there. I need to keep working on the mural, though. I'm working on the final section. About the peasants' revolt, right? It feels weird to talk about. It affected Tassing so much, but we were just kids. I can't remember what happened, since I was just a baby. I never even knew my dad. That's what makes it difficult. I need to ask those who were already adults that night, but I don't want to touch raw nerves. What if you spoke to people while everyone was preparing for the Christmas festivities? Clara sometimes talks about that night. Mom, too. You might be able to ask them. Voicelove and Matilda are the only two Benedictines left living in Tassing. Maybe they'll talk to me. I didn't think of that. Still, the mural is for Tassing, not the old abbey. Agnes has always been in Tassing, right? I'd go to her if I were you. Dad said she helped bury everyone who died that night. I wonder if she'd talk about it. That's useless. She hates when anyone talks about the revolt. Oh yeah, I wonder if she'd talk about it. It's your project, Magdalene. Might be worth a try. I wrote to the old archdeacon about it, too. He thinks that the Baron's murder and Otto's death are connected to the revolt. The who? The man who came to Tassing for the Baron Rothvogel's murder? What about him? Well, Otto, he was the judge for the Baron's murder. What if all the deaths in Tassing are connected? I don't see how that old Baron has anything to do with the revolt. Are you feeling alright? I think you're looking for connections that aren't there. Maybe this mural project is getting to you. I need to get to the bottom of this, Otz. There's something more to all this. I know it. I mean, maybe you're right. I just can't take the feeling that someone is... there's something more here. If you're sure. I'll figure it out somehow. Thanks for the wood. See you later, Mags. Ugh. Otz is right. I should start talking to people around town. I'd better get started if I want to talk to everyone before Perchenlauf. Okay. So, we've got a lot of action points to do, remembering the revolt. Let's take a look. So, we need to... get to work on the last part of the mural. But Otz said he'd stop... I should go meet him? Okay, well, we've done that. We could speak to... Well, yeah, we know who we can speak to. We can speak to a lot of people. I should speak to Agnes Steyren about what she remembers. Clara's husband was in the middle of everything. I should talk to her as well. We know... Well, yeah, I mean, we've got a lot of people, a lot of leads to chase up on. I think everyone who's old and who would have lived through the revolt might have something useful to say about the revolt. So I think we'll consider everyone a potential helping hand. But what is this here? Christian Tassing. Did we miss something? Oh, the letter... Wrote a letter to Tassing? To Esther? Hopefully she'll get a response. Okay. Just that bit. Right. Anyhow, guys, well, we will take a quick break, and when we get back, we will be doing some investigating about the recent history of Tassing. Investigating with our neighbors, finding out what they know, and seeing if they can give us some sideways hints, maybe about the author, the grand architect of these purple written note parchment bits. But we will find more about that later on. Anyway, that's all for now. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.